So we're going to be glitching this on top of a Vagrant and then back onto a Drift Yosemite with blank plates. So as per usual, I'll go through the settings that you need. It's nice and dark in here, so it'd be easy to see the settings. So first of all, in order to do the car-to-car merge glitch, you need to be in online. You need to have go to options. Under options, you go to join next mode from spectator box. You select don't join. Allow spectators should be off, and matchmaking in this case needs to be closed. Go to settings to the right. Controls under targeting mode needs to be assisted aim partial. If you don't have it under assisted aim partial, go back to online, go to quit to main menu, and from there, from the main menu, you'll be able to change it. You can't change it in GTA Online. And then in display, you need to have performance RT or fidelity. In your blue interaction menu, under preferences, you need to go to map lip options. In map lip options, you need to have series mode, contact missions, job activities, rival gameplay, properties, stores, events. They all need to be set to custom, and every single subcategory needs to show. So series mode, all series custom, every subcategory shows. Contact missions, all contact missions custom, every contact mission shows. Jobs, all jobs custom, every job shows. Activities, all activities custom, all activities show. Rival gameplay, all rival businesses are custom, and each business, every subcategory shows. All under properties is custom, and every subcategory shows. Stores, all stores are custom, all stores show. Events, all events are custom, every event shows. And that's it. Now, in order for the glitch to work, head on over to the Arena War, where you will go to the ticket booth. You're going to need a friend to be in the LS car meet and you can have them go there now, or you can have them go there later. It's really up to you. But once you're glitched out, you don't have a minimap, and you're not able to access. You won't be able to access any of the buildings. So you need to have somebody to help you access the LS car meet. Now, once you're at the arena in this area, you'll notice that if this is the first time you do it, all of a sudden you have all these blue dots and all these things showing. That's normal. That's what you just set as your preferences. And you go towards the ticket booth over here, for example. Now, looking at your screen, you hover over this job until you see the start job button that appears, at which point you join ANOWAC 1 P5. If you don't know what ANOWAC is, there is a video on my playlist, which I'll link to this video. And it's a playlist of step 1 and step 2 on the merging. And it explains in detail settings and ANOWACs. So once you're at ticket booth, you join ANOWAC 1 P5. You will click X on the first alert, first yellow alert, and then X square, hold square. Second alert, you hold square until you see, are you sure you want to start this job? At which point you count to 3. 1, 2, 3. If it doesn't work, it's normal. You try it again. Hover over the job, join ANOWAC 1 P5. First alert, you press X. Second alert, you press X, and then you slide over to square. You let go of X, and then, are you sure you want to start your job? You count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Then you press X. Then you press X, and then you head over to ticket booth. You press right on the D-pad. Press X to spectate event. Then you're going to be stuck at the window, at which point you have your friend over at the LS car meet. You make sure that they're there, and you join Anahuac 10 P5. So this will get you unstuck. And then your friend will invite you over to the LS car meet, at which point you accept the invite. Throughout this whole process, your friend will stay in the LS car meet almost the whole entire time until I save. So you'll see in the video. Now once you're in the LS car meet, you brought in a vehicle that you want the merges, like that has the merges you want to put onto a different vehicle. So in my case, this is the vehicle that I have. I want to put these merges onto a Vagrant. So, and then my friend brings out a vehicle that is not the Vagrant and not the car that I'm using the merges from. So not the Drift Yosemite. It has to be a completely separate car from the ones that I'm using in the merge. I get in my friend's car, and then through their blue interaction menu, they go to LS car meet and they start a sprint. I accept the sprint. Now when there's 2 seconds remaining, not 3, not 1, there's 2 seconds remaining, through their blue interaction menu under manage vehicles, they will return personal vehicle to storage. So when there's 2 seconds left, this will kick me out of the car and it will get me stuck in a loading screen. So when there's 2 seconds remaining, not 3, not 1. 2 now. Now, like I said, they stay in the LS car meet. Now at this point I join Anahuac 10 P5. This will get me out of that loading screen and accept the alert. Once I'm back in and you see this screen here in my car, you register as a CEO, then you go to CEO and then you request a CEO vehicle, and then you go to the request a buzzard. Then you slowly drive over to the buzzard. Once you're at the buzzard, you get into the buzzard and you fly up in the air. You will jump out without a parachute, and you must not survive the jump. So you want to go high enough. You also want to avoid that it lands on your vehicle before you're able to not survive. So go high enough in the air. Jump out. Don't open your parachute. Now once you spawn back in your vehicle, at that point you join Anahuac 10 P5, not before. So you wait until you're actually in the vehicle before you actually join Anahuac 10 P5, like right now. Then you go back to your CEO and go to CEO abilities and request a luxury helicopter. Now if this is the first time you request a luxury helicopter, you listen to the noises to where your helicopter is spawning. If this is not your first time, you go to where your helicopter generally lands and you wait for it to land. In my case, it's over here. Because it's so consistent, it almost always lands over here. At this point, you press down on the left joystick, press L3, and you select Mace Bank Tower. That's where my car is that I want the merges to go onto. Make sure that your friend is still in the LS car meet. They don't leave the LS car meet.
Anything you need, boss. Hi there.
From here, you walk over to the executive assistant, and once you're able to select, press right on the D-pad when you're close, and once you're able to select an option, select personal vehicle.
You got a nice fleet, boss.
Like I said, I'm going to use the Vagrant.
I'm ready to go on this end. Your personal vehicle is being brought up now.
Now I'm going to walk out of the office, and possibly there's going to be a cooldown period before I can request the buzzard again. So going into my CEO, Secure Serve CEO, I request a CEO vehicle again. Yeah, there's a cooldown period, but it's not very long. And I don't go anywhere until I've requested my buzzard generally. And now I'm going to put this on the Vagrant. Now I like to run over to my buzzard versus driving over, but that's a personal choice. Once I'm on buzzard, I fly high enough so that when I jump out without a parachute, I will not survive. And again, only when I spawn back in the vehicle. This time it's going to be in the Vagrant, and this time it's going to have the mods on the Vagrant. Once I spawn back in the vehicle, then I join Anahuac 10 P5, not before. So the Vagrant's the car that I wanted the merges on. So just so you're aware, like that's the order of things. Which car has the merges you want is at the LS car meet. Which car do you want the merges on is at the office. So now I'm in the vehicle, I join Anahuac 10 P5. And then I have, at this point only, do I ask my friend to leave the LS car meet and then join back, because we're doing back to back. So they're going to join back and spawn back in the LS car meet. In order for the merges to save on this vehicle, I need to go ahead to Los Santos Customs and save something on the vehicle. So I need to just go and save something on the vehicle so that the merges stay on the vehicle.
Here for the magic touch? Better than when she came in, that's for sure.
Usually suspension is something you can change. Doesn't seem to have suspension here, so just change this trunk, secondary trunk. There we go, something saved, as long as it's not something that will scratch the vehicle, like plate, wheel color, primary or secondary color. Alright, from this point on, I get another invite into the LS car meet, and we're going to do back to back. So we're going to put this. We're going to merge this modification onto the drift, but without any drift Yosemite without any plates on it. I'm just going to go ahead and get Morse Mutual.
Morse Mutual Insurance, how can we help you?
To make sure that I have it available. So we're doing back-to-back merges. So bringing in the Vagrant.
Hey, you looking to an auto shop yet?
That's the car that I want to use to merge on top of the Drift Yosemite. I know I just used Drift Yosemite, but now I'm using a Drift Yosemite that has a blank plate, so that I can merge on top of a blank plate. So the vehicle that my friend has to be completely different from mine, as we mentioned previously. This would be completely different from the ones that I'm using for the merge with the merges and the one that I'm going to merge onto. So I'm still going to use the Tornado Custom because that car is not being used at all. and then we restart. So get into your friend's car. They will go to their blue interaction menu, LS car meet, start a sprint. You accept the sprint. At which point, when there's exactly 2 seconds remaining, under their blue interaction menu, under manage vehicles, they will return personal vehicle to storage. So you wait when there's exactly 2 seconds left. Three, now. Now you're going to be stuck in a loading screen, so you join NOAC 10 P5. You're already in your Secure Serve CEO because this is a back-to-back. So at this point you go to Secure Serve CEO, go to CEO Vehicles, and you request a buzzer. There is no rush because eventually you'll end up with a cooldown period if you're going fast. So there is absolutely no rush. Get into the buzzard, you fly up in the air. High enough so that when you land, you don't survive. Sometimes it can be a bit tricky to get in, because your character wants to go anywhere but on the buzzard for some reason. Again, you fly up high enough so that when you jump out without your parachute, you do not survive the landing, and you make sure your friend remains in the LS car meet and doesn't get kicked out for being idle. And only when you appear back in the vehicle, only at that point do you actually join ANOAC 10P5. Because if you do it too soon like I just did, you're going to have to do it twice. Because now I'm stuck, so I have to do it again. Now, every once in a while you get into a situation like I am right here, where for some reason you're spawning somewhere else than your normal spots. Doesn't change anything. You still go to Secure CEO and go to CEO abilities and request a luxury helicopter. And at this point I'm going to have to listen for the sound of the helicopter. So I'm just going to stand still. It could potentially spawn over here, which I've seen it happen before. There you go. So by listening, just being careful and not trying to go too fast, you will eventually get to where the helicopter is. Even though this is not where it usually spawns for me, I just listened and I paid attention. And I didn't drive like a psycho. At this point, you get into the luxury helicopter, you press down on the left joystick for L3, go to Maze Bank Tower. Remember, your friend stays in the LS car meet and does not get kicked out for being idle.
I'll be back whenever you need me.
Boss.
So you move forward, go to the executive assistant. Once you can press right on the D-pad and get options, go to personal vehicle.
Quite a collection you've got here.
And at this point I'm going to select the first drift yosemite.
They're bringing your personal vehicle around right now.
Since I'm doing 2 drift yosemite, I'm just going to note down that it's the first one. So I go into my Secure Serve CEO, go to CEO Vehicles, and request my buzzard again. And then, as per usual, I run towards my buzzard. Now, again, the reason I'm going back to a drift user plate is because this one is blank plates. So fly enough so that when you jump out without a parachute and you land, you do not survive. And only when you appear back in the vehicle, only at that point, do you join ANAWAC 10 P5. I'm joining ANAWAC 10 P5 and accept the alert, and then I tell my friend to leave the LS car meet and to join back through the previous invite I sent out. Because we're doing this back to back. By closing the game, they'll be able to join back and start a sprint without any cooldown. So in order to save the changes on your vehicle, you have to go to the Los Santos customs as always. At the Los Santos customs, you have to save something on the vehicle in order for the merges to take effect, for the changes to save on the vehicle.
What can the best mechanic in LS do for you? 100% guaranteed. That's a beauty right there.
So really accentuating the color.
Now that's a custom job.
Because I love this color, so trying to make it pop. It's unselected wheel, selected paint, unselected windows, unselected horn, and then blank panic plates. And of course, since we're doing a back-to-back, friend is back in the LS car meet, and then they invite you into the LS car meet. At which point we're not using this vehicle on the next merge, so we're going to put it away. And remember that I used drift Yosemite number 1. So I'm going to need, for the second one, I have to use drift Yosemite number 2. So I'm doing a second drift Yosemite. So bring out the vehicle that has the merges mods that I want.
I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up.
Which is the Weevil Custom. And I'm going to put that on a drift Yosemite. So the person who's in the LS car meet with you must have a different vehicle. So it has to be not a drift Yosemite or a Weevil Custom. In this case, we're still using the Tornado Custom.
So Santa's still looking for a wheelman. Shouldn't be too hard.
There we go. So then you get into your friend's car, which is the Tornado Custom again. They will go ahead and start a sprint through their blue interaction menu, LS car meet sprint. You accept the sprint, and when there's 2 seconds remaining, only at that point are they going to return vehicle to storage through their blue interaction menu. So blue interaction menu, manage vehicles, return personal vehicle storage. Do that at exactly 2 seconds. Not 1, not 3, 2 seconds exactly. Three, 2 now. And then you're going to get stuck at a loading screen. Again, you join NOAC 10 P5. You're still in your secure CO since it's back to back, so you request a CO vehicle, then you request a buzzard, you drive slowly towards it. Again, there's no rush. Once you get into your buzzard, you have to fly high enough so that when you land, you don't survive. It's only when you have spawned back in your vehicle do you join ANOAC 10 P5. You jump out, you don't open up your parachute, and then you wait until you're back in the vehicle before you join ANOAC 10 P5. Then you accept the alert. Then from your CEO's Secure Serve CEO, you go to CEO Abilities, you request a luxury helicopter, and you drive to your general luxury helicopter spawn location. Mine is usually here. If it's the first time you're doing this again, or if you spawn in a different spot, just listen to the noises of the helicopter and drive carefully. Then you'll eventually get there. So once your luxury helicopter lands, you head on over to it. Park far enough so you don't end up trying to constantly go into your own vehicle. And then from here you press down on the left joystick for L3 and quick travel options, and then select Mace Bank Tower. We're going to select Drift Yosemite number 2. So we have one with Benny's, and the second one will have Formula Ones.
Anything you need, boss.
So you head on over to your personal assistant, and then once you can, you press right on the D-pad. You'll have an options. Select personal vehicle, and I'm going to go into Vinewood Club Garage. Select the second Drift Yosemite.
Your personal vehicle is being brought up now.
I'm going to end up walking out of the office. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm going to immediately wait to request a CO vehicle from outside of the office so that the buzzard, and then request the buzzard. So from here, secure serve CEO, CEO vehicle, then I wait for the buzzard cooldown to finish, and then I'll request a buzzard. And then, as you know, I like to run over to the buzzard. As you can see, this one doesn't have the merges. That's how I know it's not the same one. But because I use two drift geos, I might just have to be extra careful, especially with the color. So you can see my buzzard over here, so head on over to it.
Probably flunked out of school.
Got funny little camera angles, so just be mindful of that. Get into your buzzard, fly high enough so that when you jump out without a parachute, you don't survive. And only when you appear back in your vehicle do you join Anahuac 10P5. In the meantime, your friend is still in the LS car meet as always. Jump out. And only when you appear back in your vehicle do you join Anahuac 10P5. There we go. And from here you ask your friend to leave the LS car meet. And you head on over to Los Santos Customs. If you're doing another back-to-back, just make sure that you have your friend go back into the LS car meet. That's pretty cool. Hey mate, I'm not sure what you mean by trading. Are you wanting to buy some cars? Is that what it is? So remember to go. No, I'm not doing that right now. So you can remember to go Los Santos Customs. I'm not doing give cars to friends glitch. I've done it a few times already. Made videos. But find a friend. I have all the steps required. You can do it with somebody. Selected wheel color. Yeah, maybe this one. Goes best with the theme, I guess.
Just looking at that engine gives me a hard on.
There you have it. So merge glitch still working, and so is the give card to friends glitch. So it's very rare that I will do any kind of public gift card to friends glitch or help someone merge, I insist that you guys find a buddy, get a friend who help you out, because I really focus my time on creating cars. And then I'll sell them at the LS car meet, so do the grinds, get the money. Because these cars have blank plates and they lose if you give the cars to friends glitch, they stay blank. But my goal is here is to sell them, and then the person who receives them, they have a plate number, because I want to keep them special for myself and for my very, very close friends. There you go. So the glitch works. All the glitches are working. Now, as always, I like to remind people, if you want to stay in the lobby but you want to glitch out, join Anahuac 1 P5, accept the first alert, decline the second alert, and accept the third alert. Alright, so wish everyone